Hey everyone, welcome to the Greenwood Farm in Ipswich, Massachusetts. Not only are we enjoying the natural beauty of this property, but we're also experiencing the high tide brought about by the beaver moon and the supermoon happening this month. If you've ever walked here, you know that the river has a calming presence, but today it feels powerful. As we begin our hike, it's easy to feel the peacefulness of this land. The fields surrounding us have been here for centuries. This beautiful spot is not only a place to enjoy nature, but it also has an incredibly rich history, especially with the Payne family, who settled here shortly after the founding of the Massachusetts Bay Colony. There's so much to explore here, and I'm excited to share some of my favorite spots. As you walk along these trails, you're surrounded by overgrown fields and stone walls, remnants of its farming past. You might even spot some wildlife. As we walk through the woods, the trail becomes a little more shaded. The trees around us are starting to wake up, and the quiet is broken only by the sounds of birds and leaves rustling in the breeze. The property was part of a land grant from the town of Ipswich to Robert Payne. Robert Payne Jr. graduated from Harvard in 1656 and was a notable figure in colonial Massachusetts. He served as a foreman on the jury during the infamous Salem Witch Trials in 1692. This is the Payne House, built in the early 1800s. It served as the heart of the farm where the family lived and worked together. The house has witnessed over 200 years of history. This oak tree and bench are one of my favorite spots on the property. It's a great place to take a break, enjoy a snack, or just sit quietly with a book. The views here are incredible, and the calm atmosphere makes it an ideal place for reflection. Greenwood Farm has a long history stretching back to the early days of colonial America. 6 generations of the Payne family made their home here, including Robert Payne, who I already mentioned. It's fascinating to think about the history that's unfolded right here on this land. Later, the property was passed on to other owners, but today the farm is cared for by the Trustees, an organization dedicated to preserving Massachusetts' natural and historic spaces. The river is always stunning here, and today with the wind pushing against the surface, it feels even more alive. The marshes are quiet, but the wind moves through them like a song, and it's a perfect place to pause, take in the view, and feel connected to this peaceful corner of nature. The river is the heart of this property, and every time I visit, it feels like I'm discovering something new. The high tide today means that the marsh is completely flooded, and while typically you can walk out on the marsh when the tide is low, that's not the case today. The water's up to the edge, making the river look even more expansive. The changing high tides here are a reminder of the power of nature and how much it shapes this environment. Even when the tide is low, this is such a beautiful place to explore. You can walk out across the marsh and get a closer look at the unique plants and wildlife that call this area home. But today, with the tide high, it's a completely different experience. More expansive, more reflective, but just as beautiful. This is now a public conservation area. It's a place where history and nature blend seamlessly, whether you're here for a quiet walk, to learn about the farm's past, or simply to enjoy the outdoors. Greenwood Farm is a reminder of how much history can be found in the land we walk on. Greenwood Farm is a place where history and nature come together in such a peaceful and inspiring way. Whether you're interested in the fascinating history of the Payne family or just want to enjoy a beautiful hike, this place has something special to offer. Thanks for hiking with me today. I have no idea where I'll be going next, but with over 120 places to choose from, all across the state, the possibilities are endless. Be sure to check out the link below to explore more of these incredible spots with me. Lace up your boots, grab your sense of adventure, and let's hit the trails, one Trustees property at a time.